Hello, I am back again 3 years later. Yeah, pretty wild. I decided I would make another video because so much has happened and changed over the last 3 years, and I recently went onto my channel and I started rewatching some of the videos that I'd made, and I thought, oh, that's really cool. It's like a cool little visual diary of stuff that's happened, and yeah, I guess I kind of want to make them again as a way to record my life and what's going on and where I'm at and all that kind of stuff. So I'm back. And today I just thought I would do a chatty get ready with me, all cream products. So I'm going to use just things that I've already got, and I'm just going to do up my face and have a bit of a chat to you about what's been happening. So there we go. What have I done already? I have washed my face. I'm not going to use a primer, but the moisturizer I've been using is the Bareminerals Ageless Phytoretinol Face Cream. So that is one of my latest purchases. And I've been using it for about maybe 3 weeks, a month, and I like it. I don't think I've been using it long enough to notice any of the sort of claims that they make about, ageless and what it's going to be doing, but it feels really beautiful and buttery on the skin. And sometimes I actually blend it with a little bit of liquid foundation and use that as a bit of a tint instead. So I really like it for that purpose. Anyway, so that's what I've got on my face. I'm going to put on some sunscreen as well. So at the moment I'm using the Black Girl sunscreen, and it's 30 SPF. And it says it's infused with jojoba and avocado, which is really cool. One of my amazing friends purchased this for me, gifted it to me. I think she was more interested to have somebody to try it, to let her know what it's like. So I've been using that and I enjoy it. But yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit about what's been going on. Some big changes. You'll notice I have gotten a chop, huge one. I'm actually about 6 months into having a perm. So I naturally have really dead straight hair, and I have wanted to look like Elaine Bennis basically my entire life. So I grew my hair really, really long, got a perm, loved it, and then as it started to grow out, it was getting super, super scraggly and just unmanageable by, at the ends. And so I thought, right, I'm going to get a chop. And that's been really good. I've enjoyed it. It is pretty short now, though. I do regret getting the cut because it took me years to grow out my hair, but it's just hair. It's going to grow back. So it's not the end of the world. But you can see my roots are pretty much straight now, and the curls are really only amplified when they're wet. So after I had a shower this morning, they kind of puffed up a little bit, and then over the day they sort of kind of fade. So I'm in the process of growing it out. I'm going to start using some sort of straightening products to get it back to natural, my natural anyway. But yeah, that's pretty significant. Something else that's new, what is it? It's been 3 years. So I finished my PhD. I am a doctor, which is pretty cool. So I have my doctorate in history, and my partner and I have moved to Tasmania, and I'm a secondary teacher. So that's just crazy wild. Kids are wild and awesome. It's been pretty stressful. I'm a first year teacher, so yeah, learning as I go, which is pretty cool. Right, so I've got sunscreen. What am I going to do? Base products. So you can see my skin is just not having a time right now, or it is having a time, just not a good one. I've been breaking out hella mega. I think a lot of it is hormonal. And stress. So, yeah, I haven't been too happy with it, and I'm really kind of trying to rejig my skincare routine to see if I can help it. I know with hormonal stuff, it doesn't really matter how many products you kind of throw at it. That's not how you fix them. But there are some things I've been doing. I have decided to cut out dairy for a month. It sucks. But I've done a bit of research, a bit of reading, and dairy can sometimes really contribute to hormonal acne and cystic acne, which is what I've got going on. I have been careful to use, I don't have it here to show you, but I'm using a little, like a copper peptide, which has been helping with the scarring. So Yeah, but the reason I'm kind of switching to cream products, which is what I'm doing today anyway, is because I've noticed that my skin's getting older. Things are sitting differently. And I know the last video I posted was only 3 years ago, but my skin has changed so much. Like, I'm in my 30s now, you know, 3 years later, I'm in my 30s, and it's different. I'm noticing fine lines that I didn't have before. I'm noticing that I'm getting drier in places that I wasn't before. So it's been wild. So I have 2 of these Bareminerals. They are the Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick. And I have 2, one in Natural 05 and one in Buttercream 03. So I sort of use them for different things. We might go in with the Buttercream first. Sometimes it works pretty well as like an under eye concealer. So that's what I've been using it for. And what I love about cream products now too is that they are super quick and easy. And now that I just do not have any time, I mean, I shouldn't have had much time before, but, you know, doing my thesis and everything. But I found especially now as a high school teacher, I have 0 time to be doing my face in the morning. So cream products have been really, really good for that. Just real good time savers. And because I've moved to Tasmania, the weather, it's bloody cold. Like, it's really cold here. So I find that before, living in, you know, Brisbane and then living in Sydney, I don't have the same issues with it peeling off my face by the end of the day, because I need that extra sort of hydration. So it, you know, it doesn't stay as dewy, but it still gives me just a really nice sort of glowiness, which I'm all about now that I'm 30 plus, which, yeah, it's pretty wild. In terms of these Bareminerals ones though, I don't know, I've had them for a while, and to be honest, I'm just trying to use them up. They're not my favorite in terms of cream product. I mean, they're good, like they give you a decent amount of coverage, but I find that if you're using like a primer underneath or different types of moisturizers, they really separate really quickly. And yeah, I'm not a fan of that. You can see, like, it's, you know, it's fairly decent coverage. I had like super redness, and that's starting to go away. I might just do another layer. They can be built up, but you can't go crazy with it. I did have the other color Natural, but it's probably a little dark, and this would probably be better. These are the differences. The Natural is probably more my summer color. So I'm going with the Buttercream now that it's winter and I have like no access to sun, or very limited access to sun. With Buttercream, I don't mind the texture. I wouldn't mind trying the hourglass ones though, but for the price, I'm not so sure. But these aren't cheap either. I think they were like maybe 50 something bucks from Mecca, so they're not a cheap product. But yeah, what else? What else is new? Okay, so I've moved to Tasmania. I'm a teacher. Yeah, it's been really fun. It's been really stressful, and I'm very tired, as you can probably tell by the bags under my eyes. But it's been cool. It's been a learning experience, and for the most part, I have less bad days in this sort of profession than I have had in other jobs in the past. So I'm enjoying it for that. But yeah, it's one of those jobs where you just never stop learning, and I think that's a really cool thing. I love learning. I'm a nerd, so it works out pretty well for me. And yeah, the big move to Tasmania, mainly for my job, but also it's just a rad state to live in. It's really nice, super chill. We live really close to the water. Like, I'm looking out onto our backyard, and the ocean's right there, and that's really cool. So yeah, loving Tassie. Getting cold, especially for a Brisbaneite, but I kind of enjoy the weather. And the reason I'm in a t-shirt is because I'm inside and I've got the heater pumping. So they call them heat pumps here. It's weird. Like, we would just call it a reverse cycle air conditioner, but whatever. I'm going to go in with the the ultimate. This is probably like my 6th or 7th repurchase. I love this concealer so much. It's my favorite. NARS Radiant Cream Concealer. I am the shade Custard Medium 1. So I would use this after my base just to sort of give me a bit more coverage under the eyes. And because at the moment I've got these sort of spots going on, they're going to really help to block that out as well, which is really good. So some days, like, this is literally it. This is all I will wear if I'm just like super lazy. Sometimes I just go the concealer. Honestly, it does such a good job. You can see it's starting to work, although this guy is really annoying. It's super dark. I've had that spot for about a month now, and it just, it's a process trying to get it to go away. But anyway, any recommendations for products to help reduce acne scarring? Please leave them in the comments, because I've been doing a bit of research about some sort of vitamin C serum stuff, but yeah, I wouldn't mind trying some more targeted approaches. Yeah, what else? Skincare, what else have I been using? I mentioned the copper peptide serum. I don't really have much else going on. In terms of face cleansers, I'm just using up an old one. I am on the market for a new one though. I did just buy a bunch of oils, like jojoba and almond. So I am planning to do like oil cleansers, just using those. I'm just going to use my other compact to have a bit of a closer look here what's going on. Yeah, so I'm really keen to give the oil cleanse a bit of a go to help, because I've found that like my really drying cleansers that I've been using, which, you know, I love the feeling of really, really squeaky clean skin, but as I'm getting older, it's really drying them out, and I think it's contributing to my acne. So I'm going to just use up what I've got and then move on. Oh, this is a new purchase actually, or new-ish. I bought it when it came out. It's the Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze All Over Foil Luminizer. Not gonna lie, I bought it just because of the packaging. I love it, mint green and red, my absolute favorite colors, and I love this sort of vintage vibe. However, I'm disappointed that it is literally just a sticker. I thought that it would be at least this, you know, for the price. It was like $70, $80, whatever. I thought that it would be a nice sort of embossed situation going on, but no, it's this sticker. So I'm pretty annoyed. Also, I didn't realize that I was buying the luminizer. My fault. I didn't do my research. I was just so taken by the packaging online. And I thought that it was going to be the bronzer, which is what I needed. But no, it's actually one of their highlights there. It's, I'll do a swatch for you if you want to see. It's pretty, but I'm not really wearing highlighters as much. I don't know if you can see that there. It's a really gorgeous shifty peach, but it's more on the gold side, and it blends pretty nicely. It's good quality. I mean, it's Marc Jacobs. I really like their powder products. If you pack it on too much though, it does really start to emphasize texture. So I haven't been using it very much, especially at the moment where I do not want to be emphasizing the texture of my skin. All right, so I've got my base on, pretty happy with it, pretty basic. I'm not going to bother bronzing. I don't actually have a cream bronzer. I'm planning to go with the Milk Makeup Baked color, the little like cheek and lip sticks that they have. And I saw at Sephora they have them for, I think it's $28 for a mini, which people are outraged by because they're super small. But in terms of the amount of product, I'm not going to use it that much. And I think that the the grammage is pretty decent. So when I get one, I'll show you and I'll, you know, give you a rundown what I think. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do for bronzer. But I'm not going to bronze today. I am just going to go in with some color, just to put some color on my cheeks. One thing I also have bought since the last time we have seen each other has been and this is, I'm so glad I bought it, even though I don't use it as much as I should, but I bought, trying to find all the bits. I bought the Hilary Duff and Nudestix collaboration, the Daydreamer set, and I love it. I love it very much. I love the packaging. I'm not super into like the whole hollow thing, like, you know, all of the internet is, but I like that it's kind of like a subtle hollow and it's got this really cool sort of bronzy brown. It's gorgeous. It also came with, so you get the pouch and then you get a bunch of Nudestix products in their tins. So black tin, and then it also has the mirror. Blinding you. So it came with a bunch of stuff. It came with a sharpener for all of their pencil products, which is super handy, and you can just pop it on the end and sharpen away. I really like that. It came with a lip color, which I might put on today. It's called Secret Keeper in the gel color. It's not the perfect nude for me. Hilary Duff reckons it's the perfect nude for her, and that's great. Not perfect for me though, but it's all right. It also came with 3 eye colors, magnetic luminous eye color, and the colors are Bright Eyes, Prism, and Night Dweller. They're pretty cool. So Bright Eyes is like a champagne. I'll do a little swatch. I'll do it on this hand because I've got the bloody luminizer the other one. So Bright Eyes is like a taupey champagne. Prism's pretty sick. Prism's like a holographic sort of, oh no, it's not hollow, sorry. It's like a duochrome. It's like a lavender pink. And then I really like this green color, and it's sort of like a sagey green with a bit of a silver shift. So I'm not sure if you can see those very well. Yeah, Prism's really cool as like an inner corner highlight. This green all over the lid, beautiful. And then I also like this sort of taupey champagne, really nice. They dry down, like you don't have too much time to work with them. They dry down real quick. But what also came with it, which I'm going to use today, is the all over face blush color in Body Language. I like it. I use it most days actually because it's just super quick, and as I said, I'm kind of giving up on powder a little bit. So I just put it on my fingers. You could just put it directly on, but I like blending it on my finger and then just using it on the apples of my cheeks and just sort of blending it out with that. Mainly because I don't have a stippling brush at the moment. So I would like to end up using a stippling brush and sort of shearing it out a little bit, but I find fingers works pretty well, and you can see like it gives you a really nice sort of natural color, I guess. On Hilary Duff though, she's kind of a bit fairer than I am, so it's a bit more poppy. You can't really build this up either, so it's sort of like a, you know, once it's on, it's on. But I like it. And I'm pretty lazy because I haven't been wearing many bronzers, so I've just been sort of going in with this to give me less of a washed out look. And yeah, I rate it. I think it's pretty cool. It reminds me a lot of the Ilia multi-sticks. I used to have one. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I bought it in like a gift set package and I really, really loved it. And then I don't know where it went after that, but it's kind of like that. And it's 7 grams. It's huge. I'm not going to use it up all anytime soon. But yeah, there you go. I know the lighting's not perfect, but you can see nice and luminous, dewy, and a really nice kind of flush. Could be cool on the eyes. I've actually never tried this on the eyes, but that might be nice. So that's Daydreamer, and it did come with one other thing, which I will find for you. It came with a highlight, like a cream highlight. And I've never really used a cream highlight. I think the color is called Moonbeam, I think. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I'm a bit disorganized. Half Moon, that's what it's called. All right, so a skin brightening balm with a soft metallic glow for glassy skin. Nudestix Nudies Glow All Over Face Highlight color in Half Moon. And let's pop some on today. Why not? I don't normally use it. You can see I've barely touched it because I've been a bit nervous. The color is, I'm sure it can sheer out pretty well. Whoops, that was a really silly type of swatch to do for you. I'm losing my mind. Let's try on this hand. We'll go above. See, I don't have any room on here for you. It makes it a bit tricky. All All right, so it's sort of like a pinky silver. It looks pretty intense to me, right? And I feel like when you're dewy already, having a highlighter just looks like an oil slick on your face. So I've been a bit cautious, but let's give it a go today. I'm just going to pop a little bit on my finger and we'll try blending it in with our fingers. Yeah, it's actually quite nice. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. It's sticky though. It doesn't feel as creamy like the all over face blush, nice and creamy. This one, it does feel a bit stickier. So I'm not entirely sure, but it's doing the job and it's doing it pretty well, I would say. Yeah, sorry if this is a bit of a boring one. It's just been so long since I've been in the game, but stick around. I've actually just ordered a new product, which I'm super excited about, a Ritual de Fille. I love that brand. I used to have one of their sheer lip colors, and it broke and I was absolutely devastated. I have purchased one of their color pigment nectar balms. So when it comes, I'm going to do a video using that, and I'm super stoked. It's a gorgeous color. Yeah, we'll see my transition to sort of creamy products, how it goes. So that's pretty much it. What I'm going to do though is, I don't know if you can see, but I'm starting to get some creasing of the cream around my eyes because I'm an old lady now and I've got these like little crow's feet happening, which I'm not keen about, but I'm just going to cheat a little bit and set it with some powder. I've been using, look, I don't rate this too much. It's the Airbrush Finishing Loose Powder by Thin Lizzy, and it's because I was desperate in a pinch. I didn't want to spend too much. Priceline was having a sale. That's the best time to try things anyway. And so I gave it a go, and I was pretty impressed with like Thin Lizzy, like their actual powder foundations. I really liked those in the past, so I thought, why not? I will give the finishing powder a go. And look, it's not great. Like it can really cake. Maybe it's my technique that's the problem. Maybe I'm blaming the product, but actually it's my fault. But I just find, for me, like if I use it as an all over face setting powder, it starts to look really cakey, and then I don't really think it really even sets that well. But for today, it's gonna be fine. There we go. So just a little bit under the eyes. And actually I'll do the lip line or the smile line, whatever that's called, because I get a lot of that creasing going on. Nice and dewy. That's pretty nice. I like it. All right. Last thing I'm going to do to my face is I'm going to brush my brows. They are heinous. They are so overdue. I'm booked in for a brow thread, and also I booked in for a lash perm. So I will have to update you how that goes. I was originally booked in for a brow lamination because my friend recommended it. She said it was super cool. And I saw that the salon I was planning to go to was having a sale. And so I thought, oh, okay, I'll book in. And then I went online and I just read a bunch of horror stories about brow lamination, and I chickened out and it cancelled my booking, which is probably a bit silly, but I freaked out. And I also thought, because I have such huge brows, if they're brushing them up to sort of perm them, straighten them, I guess, upwards, it might just look like a nightmare. I won't have those kind of cute fluffy brows like you see on Instagram. Mine are just going to be like hairy caterpillars on my face in a bad way. So what I tried to do to like simulate it is I did the old soap brow trick, and I've got this really janky old bar of pears transparent, and this is like a mascara one from an Essence mascara that I finished, and so I thought I'll just do the old soap brows to give me some indication of what lamination might achieve for my brows And yeah, I horrified myself last night, so I cancelled the appointment. But when I go in to get my lashes done, and when I go in to get my brows actually shaped, I might just ask them and see what they think about my particular brow shape and what might work. We'll see. I mean, I do really want these bits to kind of stick up, because as you can see, like, naturally they don't. And I mean, the soap does it pretty good. I may not need to stick with the lamination. We'll see. I do find, though, it's really weird washing your face after this, because you just got so much soap. And the Pear's transparent stuff, it's not a nice soap. It's pretty bloody drying, and yeah, I wouldn't say it's, particularly nourishing or moisturizing for your skin. But there you go. There's like a bit of a, it's working. I just don't know if I want them to look like this all the time. Also, I would need them shaped definitely first. Otherwise, it is going to be a whole hairy caterpillar situation. But I have been really terrible with my brows, mainly because I can't be bothered. And also where I live, it's actually really tricky. There aren't really many places that do it. It's because, it's not because it's not in Tasmania, it's because of where I live in Tasmania. I live in quite a remote or isolated area. So you can't just sort of, walk down like I would have in Brisbane and gone and done that, and get it done whenever you want. So I can only really do it if I'm in one of the main cities, which isn't very often. So yeah, so that's my excuse. And then I've just got classic old magnifying mirror and tweezers, which is, really not a good idea, because my brows are really uneven, as you can see. But there you go. There's a little bit of that look going. I like it. I mean, I like it. We'll see. If you've had your brows laminated, let me know. Tell me what it's like. Is it scary? Am I being a baby? I don't know. All right, face is done. One more thing. I am going to, as I said, put on that lip color, the Nudestix one, wherever I put it. Yeah. All right. And I'll show you why it doesn't really, I'm not the biggest fan of it for me personally. It's just a little more orange than I want. Like, my natural lip color is a little bit darker. And so, because it's a gel lip, it's not particularly opaque. And then what happens is, if you look closely, you can kind of see where it hasn't covered. So for me, if it was just a tiny bit darker, less of that peachy orange, I'd be keen. But formula-wise, it's beautiful. It's really, it's a really hydrating, really kind of, it's not sticky at all. Yeah, I love the formula, just not keen about the colour, but I reckon this colour would look good on so many people. That's probably why she decided to put it in the package, which I don't know if you can still buy it, but I'm really glad I got it when I did. It was like my birthday present to myself, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's my face. That is a dewy face look, and this is sort of my go-to now. I will make some videos about my new Ritual de Fille product when it arrives, and then also if I do end up with the Milk makeup stuff too, I will make a video talking about those. And yeah, just other life updates as they go along, not necessarily just makeup stuff. I find these days I'm just buying so much less makeup because I'm not really wearing it. And when I moved down, or before I moved, I did a massive declutter. So literally all the makeup I own it fits in one little box. What are they called? Oh, they're like a 90s thing. Caboodle, that's it. I have a pink caboodle, which is my makeup box, and that's my entire collection now. So it's drastically smaller than it used to be, which is a good thing. And so I'm going back through and I'm rediscovering stuff that I bought in the past, and it's working out pretty good for me. So happy with that. But there are some new things that I do want to try and sort of incorporate. And I found that, yeah, I went back through my channel and I looked at myself and I thought, whoa, I I don't know, I miss that a little bit. I miss doing kind of fun stuff. I've missed the makeup world. I think COVID really changed everything. It changed the way that people bought stuff, and especially makeup, because people weren't wearing it to go out so much. People were, you know, there was less of a trend for lip stuff because of masks. So eyes really became a thing. And then, yeah, a lot of companies really struggled to sort of release new things because people weren't buying. So in some ways, I think it was a really good thing, and it's a good shake up for the beauty community, because I remember 3-4 years ago, it was just buy. Everything was really, super hyper consumerist, and people maybe weren't being as discerning about their choices. So I've made a conscious decision to really try and just focus on buying super specific stuff, especially multi-use things that I can use all over the face, and different things. So I'm really excited for this Ritual de Fille. Can't wait to show you the color. It's really cool, and I hope it looks good on my skin. Again, I can't swatch stuff, and I don't live anywhere near a Mecca or a Sephora, so hopefully it works. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you would like to leave down in the comments maybe your favorite thing that you've tried recently, an old thing, new thing, whatever, let me know, and I look forward to hearing it. Bye.